Entertainment media has the power to attract, addict, and influence our children. As Muslims, we must wake up to the fact that most entertainment, being TV, YouTube, radio, online games, and social media, are pulling our children away from Islam. We must realize how effective this communication medium is and start using it to teach our children Islam. Professional Good Doers Incorporated is teaming up with Guide Us TV to raise funds and to produce quality educational Islamic entertainment to attract our children and teach them about Islam in a fun way. Our goal is to raise funds to produce TV shows for Islamic TV channels, YouTube, Facebook, along with online educational games. Together, we can produce educational Islamic entertainment to take back our children and protect their innocence. Since our first obligation is to teach the Quran, the first educational Islamic series we would like to produce is called Hifz Nation.
Hifz Nation, together for Quran.
Hifz Nation will promote the idea that every Muslim should make a commitment to learn as much Quran as they can. Each episode will have fun presentations, learning activities, and competitions to help viewers memorize and learn the meaning of selected verses of Quran. Viewers will also meet and inshallah get inspired by those striving to memorize the entire Quran and become Hufaz. This monthly show will be similar to the popular documentary produced by HBO called Quran by Heart, which showcased children around the world who are studying Quran. Parents and Hifz students have found it to be very motivational. It has even educated people of other faiths about the true beauty of the Quran. Why is the Muslim community so behind in this area? It is not the job of HBO to produce these types of shows. It is our job. It is not because we don't have the financial resources or the talent in our community. It is because we refuse to think strategically. One TV series like Hifz Nation can attract millions of viewers on a regular basis, teaching and entertaining them at the same time. For those who have been complaining about a lack of family Islamic entertainment, Hifz Nation is what you have been waiting for.
Hifz Nation, together for Quran.
Let's take a look at the format we have planned for each episode of Hifz Nation, starting off with an introduction.
Listen to the Muslims who work hard to memorize the word of Allah on Hifz Nation, together for Quran.
This is the main set of the show: a desk for the host, chairs for the guests, and seating for the audience. The host greets the viewers and gives a preview of what will be featured in the show. Next, the host, who is also a Hafiz, recites a passage from the Quran and gives the English meaning. The host then goes to a commercial break about the learning game, hifzone.com.
Hifzone.com.
Log in on hifzone.com and play games to help you learn the short surahs of Quran. Win G money and buy prizes posted by your parents in the online G store.
From the commercial break, we're back with the host who introduces the ayah to remember. This is a selected verse from Quran that has a lot of meaning and is important for us to memorize.
Here's an ayah to remember.
وَإِذَا حُيِّيتُم بِتَحِيَّةٍ فَحَيُّوا بِأَحْسَنَ مِنْهَا أَوْ رُدُّوهَا إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَانَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ حَسِيبًا.
When greeted with a greeting, respond with a better greeting, or at least an equal one. Allah takes account of all things.
This is followed by a digital presentation of the ayah to remember on hifzone.com. Then another presentation on the Hifzone word rack, similar to this presentation you see here of Surah Asr. To dramatize the teachings of the ayah, the Hifz Nation Quran Club will do a short play or news show presentation. Then a commercial break with an appeal for donations for the Hifz Nation Tuition Assistance Program. Back from the break, the host brings on 3 guests, a local Qari along with a young Hafiz and a young Hafiza. They all take turns reciting from the same surah as the ayah to remember. Now the host announces the main segment of the show, which is the visit to the featured school or masjid. First, we get a quick tour of the facility, then interviews with teachers and a few Hifz students who recite for us.
غير معتد مريب
مناع للخير معتد مريب.
Then there's a commercial with a short appeal for the production of the Hifz Nation show. Back with the host, who says, "Now let's go back to the school for the Hifz Zone game show."
Let's come together for Quran. Let's come together for Quran on Hifz Zone game show. It's time to test your memory of Quran.
They're competing for this big prize, iPod Touch. Takbir! Okay. 1 minute 48 seconds. He's got good time. He's got plenty of time here. Straighten it out.
It hasn't even been a minute.
Straighten it out. Listen, all you just want to do. Come on. 2 minutes 20 seconds. You can do it. We're going to present the prize to Brother Saab.
Open it.
Brand new iPod Touch. Takbir!
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
After the game show, then back to the host, who is in the audience asking volunteers to recite the ayah to remember. Then he says goodbye, and the show ends.
Listen to the Muslims who work hard to memorize the word of Allah on Hifz Nation, together for Quran.
For Season 1, we plan to produce 8 episodes. The estimated cost of each episode is $8,000. The cost for Season 1 is $64,000. Please support our first production and help us prove to the Ummah that we don't have to depend on others to produce high-quality educational Islamic entertainment. Assalamu alaikum.